Do you know that in today's time, there isn't a single relationship left, not a single emotion spared, that hasn't been tainted by crime? Crimes have occurred in the name of love and, naturally, in the name of hatred. Astonishingly, even a mother's affection has witnessed criminal acts, as have friendships. If the police, responsible for maintaining law and order, decide, they can ensure a case doesn't progress even by a step. However, if the same police are determined, they can drag a criminal from the depths of hell. Greetings, friends. How are you all? Today, we will discuss the Manisha Manjulata case. This story begins in Raipur, Chhattisgarh's capital, in an area known as Tikrapara. Here lies a locality named Godavari Nagar, near Motinagar, where a 3-story building stood. To call it just a house would be inaccurate. It was more of a private hostel where college students lived on rent. This densely populated area was mostly inhabited by students, particularly girls. The 3-story building had a specific layout: 2 flats on the ground floor, 3 on the first and second floors, and a single flat on the topmost floor. A nursing student resided in this top floor flat. The date was December 10th, 2019, around 11 o'clock to 11:30 am. Suddenly, loud arguments were heard from this 3rd floor flat. The sounds were clear enough for the residents of the lower floors and neighboring flats. It seemed as though 3 to 4 people were fighting. Then, unexpectedly, the arguments turned into screams and chaos. Nearby residents grew concerned. Some students living on the lower floors immediately called the landlord, *** Bunty Sahu. Upon receiving the call, the landlord rushed to the top floor. For nearly 10 minutes, screams and the sounds of objects being thrown were heard. Then, suddenly, everything fell silent. When the landlord reached the top floor, the atmosphere was eerily calm. The landlord called out and knocked on the flat's door, asking what had happened. However, there was no response. He tried knocking multiple times, but silence had taken over. Peeking through the side window, he pushed slightly, and it opened. Just as the window opened, the door was unlocked from the inside. 2 young men rushed out of the flat and fled down the stairs before anyone could react. Many students and locals saw these 2 men running away. The landlord, unsure of what had happened, first looked inside through the window and then entered the flat. What he saw froze him in fear. 2 girls lay unconscious, drenched in blood. Without delay, he called the police. The police arrived within half an hour, though there was confusion in locating the exact address. Once they reached the spot, the 2 girls were rushed to Dr. Bimrao Ambedkar Memorial Hospital. Unfortunately, the doctors declared both girls dead on arrival. Both had been struck multiple times on the head with a blunt object. The police decided to leave the bodies at the hospital for postmortem. A team was sent back to the private hostel to investigate further. During the investigation, it was revealed that the 2 men fleeing the scene were seen by several witnesses. The house was in complete disarray. There were footprints and bloodstains on the walls, books, and furniture. The kitchen sink held dirty dishes, and a pan and a griddle, both covered in blood, were found in the room. The forensic team and dog squad were called in. A high-ranking police officer and media personnel also arrived at the scene. Finally, the police discovered an ID card that identified one of the deceased girls as Manisha Sidar. She was a student at Raipur Nursing College. Her ID card had a mobile number written on it. The police called the number, and a man answered. He was the girl's father. They lived in Raigarh. The police informed him about his daughter, and the family immediately set out for Raipur. The police suspected that the 2 boys who fled might have murdered the 2 girls. Since outsiders were not allowed in this area, only acquaintances could enter. It was evident that the 2 boys had eaten inside the house, indicating they were acquainted with the girls. This neighborhood, being lively with college students, had witnesses who saw the 2 boys fleeing. The police questioned the landlord and the students who saw the boys escaping, but they couldn't provide much information. Generally, the victim's family visited her often, sometimes accompanied by a male relative, likely a cousin. However, the 2 boys seen on this day had never been spotted before. It was their first visit. Some students reported that the boys arrived around 10 am, lingered on the stairs for a while, and then went upstairs. This created confusion for the police. On one hand, it seemed the boys were acquaintances. On the other, locals had seen them for the first time. The forensic team began collecting various samples from the site. Meanwhile, Manisha Sidar's family went straight to the morgue and identified the bodies. They were their two daughters, elder sister Manjulata Sidar and younger sister Manisha Sidar. The parents and other family members were interrogated. When shown the photo of the boy seen with Manju, the family recognized him. His name was Shoaib Ahmed Ansari, also known as Saif. The family revealed that the boy had been troubling Manju for quite some time. Initially, Saif and Manju shared a good friendship. However, when the family noticed things escalating, they pressured Manju to distance herself from him. Following this, Manju started avoiding him, but Saif began harassing her. CCTV footage confirmed that Saif had been seen leaving Manisha's flat with another boy around 11:30 p.m. Upon examining Saif and Manju's call records, the police found that their last conversation was on December 10th at around 10 a.m. Saif's location was traced near the hostel that morning. This strengthened the police's belief that Saif was one of the three suspects. However, several questions remained. Who were the other two people? Why was Manju's younger sister Manisha murdered? And what was the motive behind Manju's murder? The investigation revealed a deeper connection between Manju and Saif. Social media accounts showed photos of them as a couple. Detailed inquiries uncovered that Manju and Saif had secretly married on May 21, 2019, through court registration. Saif was 25 years old, from the Boyardedar area of Raigarh district, while his friend, Ghulam Mustafa, was 18 years old, from Chanmari in Raigarh. The police searched Saif's room and found a surprising document, their marriage certificate. The investigation also led to Ghulam Mustafa. By December 12th, Madhya Pradesh police apprehended Saif and Ghulam from the town of Mehar in Satna district. Both suspects were then brought to Raipur, Chhattisgarh. Initially, both suspects denied involvement but soon confessed under police interrogation. They revealed that their love story had started when they met in Raigarh. Hiding their relationship from their families, they eventually fell in love and decided to marry secretly. Reports suggest they even performed a temple marriage in addition to the court wedding. However, their families opposed the union, leading to immense pressure on both. This forced separation strained their relationship. Despite the separation, they stayed in touch through calls and messages. Over time, their bond weakened and arguments became frequent. Saif accused Manju of ignoring him, which fueled his frustrations. When Manju's family found out that Saif was still contacting her, they filed a complaint at Chhattisgarh Nagar police station. Although the matter was resolved amicably, Saif harbored resentment against Manju. 3 days before the incident, Manju uploaded a TikTok video featuring another boy. Watching this video enraged Saif, who suspected an affair. Without verifying, his jealousy spiraled into a murderous plan. Saif involved a minor friend, promising him rupee 1,000, and also convinced Ghulam Mustafa with a promise of rupee 1 lakh to participate in his scheme. On December 10th, Saif called Manju to meet her under the pretext of discussing something. She unsuspectingly shared her location, her sister Manisha's flat in Raipur. Saif, Ghulam, and the minor arrived on a bike. The minor waited outside, while Saif and Ghulam entered the flat. Unexpectedly, they found Manisha at home. Their initial plan to kill only Manju took a chaotic turn. After some casual conversation and a meal, Saif and Manju began arguing over her ignorance. The argument escalated. Without a premeditated weapon, Saif grabbed a nearby pan and attacked Manju. Ghulam restrained Manju while Saif struck her repeatedly. Manisha tried to intervene but was overpowered by Ghulam, who attacked her as well. Within minutes, both sisters were fatally wounded. The noise alerted the landlord, prompting the suspects to flee. They rode back to Raipur, then traveled through multiple cities Durg, Bilaspur, and Anupur before splitting up. Saif and Ghulam continued to Mehar, where they were eventually captured. This tragic incident, sparked by jealousy and misunderstanding, shocked Raipur. All suspects are in custody, and legal proceedings are underway. The story ends here. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video. Thank you.